I never thought this day would come. All those jokes we've been making over the years about Clone Wars Chewbacca shards, how Clone Wars Chewbacca's useless. I am not kidding, ladies and gentlemen. Clone Wars Chewbacca, this is a serious video right here. Clone Wars Chewbacca can actually be very, very helpful. And this video has several elements to it that I want to kind of go over today, because the other day when I was doing my monthly Patreon live stream, we call it the Imperial Council meeting. We meet every month. I do a private live stream. I just kind of goof around, throw some random stuff on the test account while we just chat about the game. I decided to try out Clone Wars Chewbacca just for fun, just for the giggles. And my goodness, this guy is an absolute tanky monster when under the Padme Amidala leadership.
There's a meta right there. There's the meta.
But what I want to show you today is some other stuff outside of Arena. I could show you Padme against Jedi Knight Revan, Darth Revan, yada, yada, yada. But what I want to show you is Padme Amidala with some characters that you're not going to use anywhere else. I wanted to do a video solely about a team that doesn't require C-3PO. He's needed for Commander Luke mostly. Grandmaster Yoda is needed for Jedi Knight Revan. General Kenobi, he's needed for Jedi Knight Revan as well. R2-D2, Commander Luke Skywalker, or Jedi Training Rey. I want to compose a Padme Amidala team that you could be using in Territory Wars or Grand Arena that reminds me so much of the whole Kira and Vandar Chewbacca and the L337 and Zalbar type of teams where it's super tanky. And man, it's a very tough team to get through for a lot of teams that you come across in Grand Arena and Territory Wars. Now, I'm not going to talk about Padme Amidala too much in depth. I've done a lot of that, but basically because of her leadership, she gives 50% max health to her allies, and she gives a lot of protection up. Protection up is based on max health. So as I've told many people, you want to mod this character and her Galactic Republic and Light Side allies potentially for a lot of max health. So that way to get more protection up, and it makes them very durable. So keeping that in mind, I wanted to make a team without General Kenobi that is still very useful. Anakin Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano aren't needed anywhere else in the game. Barriss, I've shown you shown Barriss under Padme Amidala. Very good team. But Clone Wars Chewbacca, here's where the love comes in, people. Clone Wars Chewbacca, fun fact, he has a much higher max health than General Kenobi. So boom, right there is more useful under the Padme Amidala leadership, taking advantage of the leadership a little bit more so than General Kenobi. So if you mod Chewbacca right, you can make him super tanky. Remember, 50% health on top of his health already. So that's going to be what? Hey Siri, what is 68,000 plus 34,000?
68,000 plus 34,000 is 102,000.
102,000. So he's gonna have a huge max health pool, and every time he's being hit out of turn, he's also getting that juicy, undispellable protection up from Padme Amidala. So yes, his kit is very outdated. He has the worst Zeta in the game, which you don't need to give the Zeta to him. So, but the point is, he's a very viable character under the Padme Amidala leadership if you're trying to make the most out of your rosters and characters and not try to take apart from other teams. He's gonna gather so much protection up because he's a very slow character over the course of the battle, which eventually allows him to one-shot characters if you're not controlling his buffs, because he gets so much protection up throughout the course of the battle. All right, so let's hop into Arena after that lovely explanation. Let's start showing you how this misfit team, a team that only has characters that aren't used anywhere else in the game right now for other teams, and how it can take out a variety of things you're going to see in Territory Wars and Grand Arena, starting off with Commander Luke Skywalker, which is a huge highlight for a Padme team with really no special characters. That CLS team has 3 legendaries, a raid character, and a hero's journey character, and they're going to have a hard time getting through this team. It's not even funny how durable this team is, and Chewbacca, especially Clone Wars Chewbacca on our side, he's just such a durable character, and especially with all this protection up he's being fed through Padme's lead, he's going to get so durable, and eventually that protection up will turn into so much damage for him. Let's see if we can try to take out R2-D2 first. I try to save Chewbacca for a little bit later, because their Chewbacca is kind of one of the reasons why my team is surviving for such a long time, because he keeps attacking out of turn. So I don't want to try to stun Chewbacca or anything funny like that. And hopefully in a moment we're going to get Chewbacca to do some defense work for us in a second. Here we go. 16 stacks of courage already. So that's already, what is that, 40%, 80%, 120% damage he can do right now. So what I'm going to do actually is taunt right now. And the reason why he gets so much protection up is because he's my slowest character on this team. So he gets a lot of protection up before his turn finally comes around. And the reason, another fun thing I did about this team, oh geez, a big hit right there. Another fun fact about this team right now is that I didn't mod Padme or her fellow cohorts for a lot of speed. I purposely modded this team pretty slowly because I figured if we're doing a misfit team, let's do the non-optimal mods because not everyone is going to have these top-end fast mods, and this is going to be a huge highlight for this team. Super durable, not fast, even though you could make it fast, and it's going to get a lot of work done. And in a second, hopefully we're going to get Clone Wars Chewbacca to come in and show him who's the boss. Look at this guy. He's taking the punches left and right, and he's not going anywhere. Here we go. Who do we want to take out? We have 16 stacks. I was hoping we have more. Let's go show Chewbacca who's the real boss. Boom! Look at that. He just unloaded all of his garbage over on the other Chewbacca, and my team looks like it's barely even touched. My team looks like it's barely even touched. Too many attacks out of turns for them, and my team is just so durable that they can't keep up with this. Look at this. They keep attacking out of turn. Here we go. Let's try to get a nice little basic right there. So pretty much we're just coasting for the rest of the battle, and they can't really do much. They lost their biggest unit, Chewbacca, and once Chewbacca's gone, Commander Luke teams aren't really all that special. Here we go. Let's one-shot Han Solo. Boom! He's... Chewbacca's basically, he took out 2 of the 5 characters so far on the other side of the team. It's kind of funny, even though you think modding slow is a bad thing, on this team, it might actually not be all that bad because Chewbacca's so slow, he's just accumulating all this protection up throughout the battle, and if you're not controlling his protection ups, he's going to take a turn, he's going to have like 20 stacks of protection up, turning into 20 stacks of courage, and he's going to be one-shotting people all around the board. All right, so just for fun, I want to take this Jedi Knight Revan team, go up against that Padme team, and just show you the durability of this this odd team that we're playing around with right now. I'm probably going to fast forward this because it's going to be a long battle, I think, between all the defense they got going on, all the protection up, all the anti-attacks out of turn and stuff they got. So let's fast forward it, see how this team performs, and we'll kind of meet back towards the end.
Take out the papers and the trash, or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrap the kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak. Don't talk back. Da, 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 da.
I knew you were still in second. I like my buddy.
Well, I think the battle is wrapping up right there. I mean, whether or not there's maybe some misplay. I mean, saying that there's a misplay with Jedi Knight Revan up against Clone Wars Chewbacca, if that's even the case, it's just still, it boggles my mind. All right, so let's show Padme up against some other stuff for now. Let's show up against Bosk, and I made this Bosk team so much faster than my Padme team. I mean, even Greedo should be going, yeah, Greedo's going to go before my Padme, which is kind of unheard of. So that's kind of my dedication to show you guys that you don't really need high speed to make this team work. Let's see if we can try to take out Greedo. He's one of the, yeah, there we go. Greedo's gone already. They had the jump on me, and they already lost the character. Let's show Bosk who the real taunter is. Here we go. We got Chewbacca in the house right now. He has a taunt up. He's got 12 stacks of courage, just ready to go to be unloaded on them. And, I mean, because they're fast, they're going to be kind of competitive up against me, but if you really mod this team for some more speed on Padme, not a lot of excuses to lose against this bounty hunter team. Let's just do this. We'll call Ahsoka to assist. There we go. And let's see if we can maybe, we got a couple of, oh boy, this should wipe out Bosk right here. There he goes. Bosk going to go down. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, Bosk is gone. Everyone unloaded their courage over there. And even when bounty hunters have the heads up on this team right here, this oddball team with an unreworked Clone Wars Chewbacca kind of says a lot. It kind of says a lot about the power of this team right here. And again, as I said, if you mod Padme correctly, they shouldn't ever get any thermal detonators because Padme should be able to open up really quick, get some protection up for the team. And once there's protection up, it's not going to look too good. Yeah. You can't apply any debuffs. All right, so let me fast forward this battle. It doesn't look like it's going to go too well for the Bounty Hunter brothers, and let's try something else after this. All right, let's do one more Grand Arena type of battle before we head out for this video. Bastila, very popular team in Grand Arena. Next best Jedi team if you don't have Jedi Knight Revan. So, and they're very fast out the gate. They're very durable. They're very tenacity heavy. A very good team, but slow and steady is going to win the race for us because, man, just especially like Chewbacca and crew, they gather so much protection up because they're slow, and eventually we can unload some damage. See, right here, we could probably churn through a good amount of Yoda's protection up right there. There we go. Their attacks on a turn aren't serving them well. Look, Chewbacca's finally taking a turn, and here he has 12 stacks of courage. That's his first turn, but we're going to just kind of stall a little bit. Let's just use our basic for right now, or use his special, so he calls Ahsoka in. Let's do a mass buff the spell right there. It's just this team's got a lot of different elements, going on to it. And the cool thing is you're still having a full Galactic Republic team. You're not taking away from Anakin's unique ability, because his unique ability, to get the most out of it, you need a full Galactic Republic team. And luckily in this situation, you still do. Clone Wars Chewbacca's Galactic Republic, and a very underappreciated Galactic Republic until now, I kind of think. Here we go. We have 14 stacks of all this lovely stuff. Let's just do this. Let's just go. Let's just do our specials we call Ahsoka Twists, because I'm trying to save Chewbacca's. I'm trying to save as much courage on Chewbacca as we can. Let's just do a cleanse, and now look, Chewbacca is gonna have crazy amounts of courage in a moment here. Let's just let's see. Let's get rid of the. Oh, let's get rid of all these buffs on Yoda instead. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna see how far we can go. Chewbacca stacking up all of his lovely courage. Can we try to stall it as long as possible? All right, let's. He has 26 stacks. 26 stacks of courage waiting to be unleashed, as well as Barriss Offee, two of the wet noodle characters coming in, bringing a whooping to Jolie Bindo. Holy cow, people. Oh my goodness, we didn't have enough to take out Jolie, but that was just crazy. I think this might do some work. Come on, big hit on Jolie. Not quite, but I just want to see Chewbacca put the final punch in Jolie, the most hated character for me in this game. All right, come on. Oh, we're stuck behind this taunt, unfortunately. Let's just use our basic. Don't want to waste Chewbacca's energy on all this nonsense here. All right, let's do this. Can we get rid of it? 26 stacks. Boom! There we go. Jolie sent to the grave by the Wookiee. Granted, we could have won this battle a lot faster, but we kind of took our sweet time just to give Jolie the middle finger, basically. So we're going to win this battle, and it's just crazy. Even if Anakin retaliating with his massive AoE damage, it doesn't matter. We have so much protecting us from massive amounts of damage. We probably should take out Anakin Skywalker just to be. Actually, let's just take out Yoda. Anakin's going to get a little ticked. Oh, well, not a big deal. Chewbacca, let's just one-shot. Oh, 2 characters for Chewbacca. He brought 2 characters to the grave with him. Let's just go again. And wow, this is just so much fun. This is just so much fun seeing how all of this works in action. My goodness. So there you go. Another Grand Arena team, and why Chewbacca didn't even flinch. And Chewbacca took out 2 of the 5 characters on the opposing team. And who knows, he might get the final blow over on Basil if he hurries up. Oh, God, he didn't get it, unfortunately. But there you go. Another very exciting battle with Chewbacca. And I stalled a lot just to show you how the courage works on Chewbacca, but so much protection up, going uncontrolled. And you saw the power of Clone Wars Chewbacca, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's wrap up the video by doing some Empire stuff. I showed you how Palpatine and his band of Imperials should be a great counter to Padme Amidala, so long as they don't have C-3PO. C-3PO does make it a bit trickier, but overall, this is going to be such an easy battle for us to deal with. To put a fracture over on Padme just for the heck of it. I probably could actually auto this battle, I think. Let's just go ahead, throw it on auto, and we're going to just see the Empire walk over them. So the point is, a lot of teams are going to struggle up against this Padme Amidala team that has such weird characters in it that aren't being used anywhere else in the game, not for other teams, not for other factions, and it's going to be a very annoying Territory Wars Grand Arena defensive team. I think that's not, it's stuff you probably already have in your roster, because no one's using Barriss that much anymore, and Clone Wars Chewbacca, I don't think we've ever had a use for him ever since you start the game for the very first time. But you can't really use Jedi Knight Revan, you can't really use Commander Luke Skywalker, and a lot of other teams I showed you today because they attack out of turn, too many critical hits. And then Chewbacca, our shining star for today, he gets so much protection if you don't pay attention to him, because he's so slow that when he takes a turn finally, he's going to unload all of his lovely Wookiee courage onto you and one-shot a lot of characters. So that's going to be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Like if you did enjoy the video, comment down below, and be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.
Party Richter, Party Richter. Get down, 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 down. Party Richter, Party Richter. Son of a bitch. Party Richter, Party Richter. Get down, down, down.